right now. This is the Blaze podcast. Yeah, the article with Wanyike and man. So what do you know? I mean, you're more very in touch with this because I'm not really into. I really don't know, and I don't want to talk about mental health and stuff that I'm just not really delved into. Yeah. But so many of our artists seem to be dealing with this. You know,
battling with
depression.
When
I saw the article with Wanyike. And I think she was just really confessing that she went into a deep depression, and you know. So this we delve into 3 tips and coping with depression in general. Yeah.
So
what are the 3 tips you could give an artist with coping with depression?
Let's talk about how you can cope with depression. Now, the first thing is to reach out and stay connected. The thing about isolation is anything in excess is bad for you. So isolation is good for you, but when done excessively, that's when you get into your head too much and start flipping out.
Like, don't put yourself in a cave.
Yeah, it's always good to isolate yourself for, you know, a reasonable amount of time.
Self-preservation,
you know, to reconnect with yourself, to really think about what you're doing, how you're trying to move forward, you know, to assess your relationships. You need that.
Yeah.
But not in excess.
Okay.
Because when you isolate yourself too much, that's when you really start having thoughts. Because just the same way we're capable of extreme good, we're capable of extreme bad. Yeah. And that's in the physical sense. Now think about your mind. You know, you can think about the best things, you can think about the worst things. And when you do too much of that, come on, it's going to come and affect your physical being. Okay. So, you know, talk to people about your feelings, you know, and reach out to people. Don't feel like... Because at times when you isolate yourself too much, you start thinking like, nah, I'm good by myself. Nah, we're communal. Okay. Naturally. So you always need to be reaching out to different people, meeting new people, you know, catch up with your old friends. Actually, I find like that's the best way that I cope with my mental health is always reconnecting with my old friends, like the people who you go way back with. Yeah. It has a way of grounding you when you reconnect with such people. 2, do healthy things that make you feel good. And top of the list has to be exercise. Exercise is always good for you.
Always helps, you know. Yeah.
As much as I've, you know, let loose a little
my man
bit.
Needs to hit the gym.
What I do.
Amira, who's that guy you trying to introduce us to? The health expert. You know, you need a fitness coach, bro.
But what I do, my diet is bad. You know, I might not be hitting the gym.
Are you the French fries guy? You eating Kenchik?
Nah, not too much, but I'm a lot of fatty foods. Yeah, bro, I would say.
Why you got to do this to us?
A lot of fatty foods, a lot of cheese type of thing.
Cheese?
But anyway, cheese, let me tell you what I do though. I do walk. Feel me? Because I started to jog.
Did you walk here?
Nah, yeah. Like partly. This is how my commute is actually. And this is what I started to do for a little bit exercise. So I jog. But within my commute, there's spaces where I walk. Because I come all the way from South Sea to Kilimani 4 times a week. So I decided to jog when I used to drive, don't drive no more. And then I started using cabs and gained some weight. I was like, nah, I don't even need this cab life. Let me just jog. So I usually jog and walk. And actually, that 10-15 minute walk that I do 4 days a week, man, it goes a long way. Okay. It goes a long way. So yeah, do things that make you feel good about yourself, man.
Tip 3?
Yeah, 3rd, challenge negative thinking. Always challenge it. When you get that thought in your head, like, man, I'm not worthy. Like, man, I shouldn't be here. When you have those kind of thoughts, challenge them. Try and find because you're on one extreme. Try and figure out the other extreme because it's somewhere there within you. You know, think about it rationally because a lot of times it's an irrational thought that makes you think you're not worthy. Yeah. But when you start dissecting it rationally, like, yo, but really, what's the evidence? Like, what is it about this life that no one else is going through, that's only me, and that's why I feel. Now, when you start talking about your issues with other people, you realize, everybody's going through it. Everybody's going through it. So when you have those negative thoughts about whatever situation you're in, challenge those thoughts.
For sure.
And if you put those 3 things into practice on a regular, I think you can cope with mental health.
You heard it. 3 tips from Jinx himself on how to deal with depression.
And if symptoms persist,
holla.
Seek medical advice.